Hi there! I am next to Lake Wiley today. Feels like a very wintry day on the trails at McDowell Nature Center. So it's fun to start out with a view of the lake and proceed through the trees. So this is another trail close to home. It's the perfect option for a hike on a day when I feel like there's not enough time for a hike. So that was today. Honestly, without the much needed encouragement from my boyfriend today, I would probably be sitting at home at my desk, just completing month-end reports for work, or grading my son's schoolwork, or preparing lessons for school this week. I homeschool him. Might even proceed down my list today and find myself cleaning the bathroom because that's on my list, or scrubbing the floors, trying to shine up the kitchen appliances with all the spots. The list goes on, right? Thankfully, though, I'm stepping one foot in front of the other to crunch the leaves on the trail before me today. And I'm thankful. Such a nice day. So with intention, some of the things that have continuously been pushed to the bottom or even off my list have been making a comeback. So I've been learning that things that are easy for me to ignore are actually the things that ensure that I don't experience burnout. So, like this hike today. So these things instead revitalize us, maintain healthy perspective within us, and prepare us for everything else that comes our way. So prior to heading out on the trail this morning, I spent a little time in peace. It was a great way to get in the right mindset for being able to come out here, because I was feeling stressed. I knew there were so many other things that I somewhat needed to take care of. But those few moments quietly sitting are helping to revitalize me. These moments out on the trail helping me maintain that perspective that I want to have throughout my day. And these things help me with all the other challenges that come. Burnout is exhausting, but is also damaging to our bodies, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Our bodies were not made to sustain continuous burnout. So they tend to give in to all the germs whirling around us, or develop unexplainable ailments. Our minds were designed with the need for rest and refreshment. So it shouldn't be a surprise to any of us when our brains don't function as well when we are in a state of burnout. And our hearts were created with a balance system. We need to feed one side of the scale, so we are prepared to pour out into others. What constitutes burnout will be different for each of us, and the effects will present themselves differently. But it's obviously not what we want for anyone. Creating priorities and boundaries for the day will help significantly. As we were making our plan for the day, the list was kept pretty short based on what made sense to prioritize and limit. So exercise in the form of this hike made it to the top of the list. A couple of quick errands on the way home, so we have what we need for next week is next. Following that, I will complete a couple tasks for work. Caden will complete a couple specific merit badge requirements towards his goal, and Caleb will complete a project in the garage. That's it for today. We are cognizant of the time limitations and don't want to feel stressed out from the day. We want to enjoy it all, even those times spent working. You can still find joy in work if you're in the right headspace. Walking past the nature center now. It's pretty fun to visit in there. Let's see, there it is. Lots of fun exhibits for kids and activities. My perception of doing it all is in the process of shifting, especially with chronic fatigue. I'm simply not able to do as much as I would like, or even that I feel like I need to do. Changing my perspective on it. However, I'm still putting 100% of myself into whatever I'm doing. Part of the learning process has been learning that my 100% might differ from one day to the next. But I'm learning to accept it and just accept it for what it is and do my best with what I have. And like, for example, there are days when I put everything I have into just supporting my son with what he needs. That's it. That's all I have. I put it all into it. Those are tough days. I much prefer the days in which I feel full of energy and I'm able to be on the go from the moment my eyes open in the morning until every item on a lengthy to-do list is crossed off for the day. It rarely happens, but that direction is more what I enjoy. So no matter what the day brings, I do my best to do it all, whatever the all is that I have for that day, whatever it means for the day, rather than trying to complete a list of ideal tasks. Often leads to feeling disappointed about myself, or feeling like I'm not doing it all, but that all wasn't for me to do that day. That's when that burnout comes. There's not much water in the creek today, but it definitely sounds pretty. Be a nice spot for a picnic over there, though. Strategically placed picnic tables. There's a lot of pine needles on the forest floor here. You still hear some leaves, but I love the quietness of stepping on pine needles. It's so pretty. So quiet moving through. So I ask, how are you feeling? Are you feeling burnout? Or are you going through your day stressed about what you're not getting done rather than celebrating what you did? I have for sure been there. I'm working through that so I don't experience that as much. So are you prioritizing the things that will feed your soul and the things that actually need to be done? Yes. Spend some time thinking about what will feed your soul. For everybody it's different. And sometimes cooking or baking for others is a fun thing for me. Or playing a game of Sudoku. Getting outside always. But list those things that actually need to be done. So I've been trying to identify what I'm going to get done that day, because I'm trying to feed my soul, and it's what actually needs to be done for the day. And keeping another running list of those other things that, yes, they need to be done at some point, but not today. And then when it's appropriate, I move them over to that list for the day. But I'm able to not continue to think about them when I know they're there for me. I'm not going to forget them. But I don't need to worry about them right now. But on your list for the day, prioritize yourself and the tasks that need to be taken care of now. And just keep that other list to the side. It'll be there. So after you've followed your list, your new list that you've created, reflect on how you feel about that day. But be patient with yourself and allow time to help you develop this new perspective. It's taking me a long time. And I have a lot of support with it. So just keep at it. And I will see you next time on the trail with Heart.